Hi people, my name is Sako, the comedy compare and sort of humor. I'd like to sincerely appreciate you for coming to my page and for subscribing and sending to friends. We've been getting a lot of feedback, and one of the feedback, amazing feedback I've gotten is a video that I shot last year, or early last year, about how to anchor a wedding in Nigeria, and the feedback has been overwhelming. I did the part 1 and part 2. If you haven't watched it, kindly go and watch it after that to basically make you understand this video that we're doing. But I'm sure this video is going to be helpful also. It's how to anchor weddings in Nigeria, and then one of the things that I talked about is games you should play, at weddings. And today I have a guest. I think this will be the first time I'm having a guest on this segment on how to anchor and how to be a professional compare and how to carry your audience. And this person I've known for over 10 years, and he has grown. I've seen him grow. I've seen him do amazing things for children's party, adult party, and it's engaging. So please tell somebody to get ready and share this video. I'm going to be sharing some games, that some games you can play at weddings that will not embarrass them. By the time I'm back, my guests will be seated by then. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Spirit of Sako TV, and please share. Remember to put on the notification bell. I'm sure you see me. Any of the bells you see, that's notifies you. It notifies you when I post videos. I'll be back shortly. Welcome back, people. My name is Sako, and with me I have he's going to introduce himself. Please introduce yourself.
Hi people, my name is Prophecy. They call me the most incredible MC, and it's so good to be here on Sako's platform here on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe because there's this more videos.
Thank you. So we're talking about games that should be played at weddings. Our emphasis will be on weddings. I'm sure we'll talk about games you play at birthday. But what are the likely games that should be played? And you were saying something before the shoot. What is the essence of a game at a wedding?
Well, basically, one of the things I really like about all this game is it's quite engaging, but then there are usually icebreakers at events, because there are people who come for this event not because of your game,
yes,
not because of you, but they're there because of the couple.
Yes.
So at interval, there are icebreakers. You have the couples dance, you have other things to do at
dance,
event. So, but the emphasis there is icebreaker. So, please make sure it's not too lengthy, short, sharp, clean, and as quick as possible. And
then if you wonder what an icebreaker is, I think you just Google and find out what an icebreaker. But it's just something that should just make make fun, make it fun, and then move away. It has to be smart. Remember, the wedding is not about you. I think I said that at my video. The wedding is not about you. People are not there to see you. You're just there to compliment the couple, not to take the shine of the couple. Trust me. Whether you do anything you want to do, and the person that sees you, that want to engage you, will engage you. Even if it's 1 hour you spend there. I did a wedding over the weekend and it was 45 minutes, and the feedback was amazing. So sometimes it's not about the length of the event. And especially, let me say this to you, whether they pay you more than the money you used to collect before, just be yourself. Make sure you are smart with it. People will give you feedback. They didn't even waste time. One of the things that I do when I start a wedding, I say, ladies and gentlemen, check your time. This is till 2. By 4 p.m. I would have done the most important part of the event. And people hold me to their word. When you throw that out, and then you say, remember to put a caveat to say that when everything works well, because sometimes, especially when the couple goes to change and it takes 1 hour, if I need to talk about that, that should be another. I think we just talk about that now. How do you cope? Now, let me emphasize again to you that every time you go to anchor a wedding, make sure you don't start the wedding until the bride and groom are there. I don't know if I've had any experience around. Yes. Have you had any experience?
A lot.
And they say, MC, go and start.
MC, go and start. And sometimes they make you crack jokes, and then you realize that, this event is not a comedy show, it's an event. I'm here to MC. Yeah. And the beautiful thing, I just wanted to lay emphasis on what Sako said earlier, is sometimes you're good at your event, but because of the too much games you do, that's when you don't hear some event planners or people will say, he was good, but. So to always remove your but, try as much as possible not to make your game too lengthy, swift, and you deliver. And the beautiful thing is, I always like to say this, always leave a taste so that people will always want more of you afterwards.
Yes.
Don't give them everything.
Don't give them everything. You don't have to give them everything. You can give them like two games, especially when they say they are working with time. You can just give one. I did only one game at the wedding that I had this weekend, and which is the shoe game. I'm going to talk about it. Yeah. So are you ready now for the game? The first game I think we should talk about is the shoe game.
Shoe game. And the beautiful thing about the shoe game is over time it has evolved.
Yes.
Because some people, like most grooms will tell you, my shoe is expensive.
Yes.
I don't want to.
I don't want to move it. And it's sometimes not even about the shoe, it's that the stocking sometimes is not friendly. You know, and then they open it and then what God cannot do does not exist. He exists in their stockings. I tell you some, in fact, you know, and it takes you, sometimes it takes them another 1 minute to 2 minutes to remove the shoes. So we improvise on this. So you get props.
This
like
prop
this.
is in different form.
It's in different form. Yeah, you can, yes, you can decide to customize it to the picture of the person, you know, that got married. You know, you can just put the name. If it is prophecy, put prophecy's picture.
Circle.
You know, I'm married, please you.
Okay.
I'm asking God that God should bless you. Yeah. If it is
Shadow.
his wife from Unilag, you can put, you know, boots.
Unilag.
Okay, you don't want the Unilag, but okay. But you went to Unilag. Okay. So, but make sure you have, it could just be as simple. The reason why I did this is I can use this anywhere. Okay, so you don't have to start spending money. But if you feel that you want to make it very unique, you can have the picture. I've seen different kind of, you know, see this. Let me show you this, what I did at the 25 years wedding anniversary. See this.
The one that concerns you, you raise up. The one that concerns your husband, you raise up. That's why you have your husband. So if I say, who is the husband? Yeah. Yes, are you ready? Very simple. Very, very simple. I have about 10 questions to ask. Are you ready? For example, let me just do this. Who is more romantic? Who is more romantic? Who? Husband, husband. Put your hand, you are getting it. Very simple, very simple. Are you ready? The first question I have here. Who is the prayer warrior among the two of you? Who is the prayer warrior among the two of you? Sir, you can take later. Just choose one. Okay. Okay. The second one. Who is more strict on the children? Who is more strict on the children in the past 25 years? Wow, what did you choose? Okay, good.
You saw the excitement in the Arrow Chair's face when I did the game. You know, it was a 25 years wedding anniversary and I had to improvise that. You know, they are married, they're married for 25 years and I had to just bring that. That was basically the only game I did, and I did how well, you know, to celebrate, which I'm going to talk about later. You know, that will be for birthday. So,
and this game is sensitive.
Very sensitive.
The kind of questions you ask.
Yes. You must be very careful about the question. Don't start saying who they mess, who messes more. No. Who you have to get, if you need to, should we list, give them like a list of questions that you should ask?
And please, these people are just married.
Are just married.
So they are not living together.
Yes, yes.
They are just, so don't ask the question of who do you think controls the remote at home.
At home, yes.
They are just married.
You can just basically say, who do you think will control the remote when you start? Well, now that you've gotten married, more. You must be very careful.
Beautiful.
Even if they've been living together, it's not your business to emphasize that they've been living together. Make sure you say, one, who is more romantic, who apologizes first when there's who's a better dancer, who is a better cook. Yes, they might have discussed about their cooking. You know, nobody's going to say who is more spiritual, who is more romantic, who has more friends, who
has more followers,
who has more followers. Who else?
All those are simple questions. Carries everybody along. And they will usually vibe with you.
Make sure you don't talk about height. You know, people are very careful because sometimes the groom might be, not, the bride might be taller than the groom. You must. If I don't use the word fat, you don't use the word fatter for couple. Because who is more fatter? Avoid it. Be as simple as possible. See, your job as a master of ceremony or as a comedian is to make them happy, not to make anybody sad. Especially for international audience, you can't use the word fatter. They eat, you could use overweight, but don't avoid it. Don't let anybody hold on to the things you have said. Your job, you are a value provider, okay? So get 10 questions. I can't tell you to start sending me a mail. Find out, or you could send me a mail of 10 questions, 10 likely questions that you might want to ask, and I'll vet it, trust me.
And the beautiful part is, some people always say, oh, Sako, that's your style.
That's your style.
I have my style.
Yes.
My style is, some people will say, to throw shades at people. But the beautiful thing is, these people are here to be entertained. So be it your style or my style, or be it how you anchor your event or anchor my event, please, we're not saying be extra. Just be you, and please be sensitive of what you say.
And let me tell you one thing about throwing shades. You know, it's very, very nice when you say throw shade. Let me tell you, there are a lot of people in that event that are corporate guys. And then when you begin to throw shades at people, they'll say, are you sure this person will be able to? You're not going to throw shades that are MD or a chairman.
Yeah.
And that's like, you don't know them, but you don't know people are already making You know, they are making conclusions about you when they see you stand, when they see you do things. I've got an event that took me to Dubai from anchoring a wedding. From anchoring a wedding, somebody from the crowd just randomly came to collect my card. I said, I love, you know, it wasn't even the woman that collected my card, it was a small child, you know, that collected my card. And then, I think 1 week after I got a call, hi, this is it, I'm having my birthday in Dubai, so in 2014, and I want you to answer it. Guess what? This woman, the day I saw her, and you will exchange in dollars, and then the day I saw her, I said, you don't know me, but I saw you in the crowd. And that crowd was very lousy, it was very, very, very rowdy, you know, but I did my part. In fact, somebody almost got me angry because I was cracking a joke about, you know, and that's why don't let people push you. I'm saying this because I want you to learn from my mistakes. Not mistakes, learn from the things that would have stopped me from making that. You know, I was cracking a joke. The grandfather of the bride is a polygamous person. He has about 16 children. And then one of the children came to say, MC, crack a joke about polygamy. Instead of cracking a joke about polygamy or insulting a man, I cracked a joke about my own family. I grew up in a polygamous family, and I cracked a joke about myself.
Yeah. About
what I went through polygamy. And then woman came to walk to me and said, why are you cracking a joke about yourself? This wedding is not about you. I just kept quiet. Because for me, she just came from nowhere. She's not related to the family, she's a friend. I was just saying, you're talking a lot about yourself. I just kept quiet. You almost changed my mood, but you know, I braced up and I did my job. And then from that same event, the same woman after when I was done said, you did a fantastic job. And I smiled and I said, imagine I've insulted her. Because we're quick as master of ceremony comedian. We have this to eat anybody, you know, spontaneity to insult. But you know, your job, you're a value provider. You are a service provider. To insult anybody. Try as much as possible to keep calm. I'm not saying anybody attacking you. You can, you know, defend yourself and say, you know what, I call bouncers or call something, you know. But you know, from that wedding, the woman said, I saw you, I saw your calmness. You know, I saw the way, and then I went to Dubai. All expense weekly, and they paid hallelujah.
Anytime I could say all expense.
All expense to Dubai. You know, and that's not the first trip. You know, I've gone to Israel, I've gone to France. So I'm telling you from a place of what people observe, what they are seeing from afar, you don't see them.
True.
You know, be calm. Don't be rushing. When somebody's jittering, you know. So that's the first game.
And the best time to play the game is before the cutting of the cake.
Before the cutting of cake. Okay, yes.
Don't start the game at the beginning.
Don't start the game at the beginning.
You can't play this game at the after party.
No, you can't play
so
it.
Before the
cutting of the cake. You know, and then another thing that I do, like the wedding, is sometimes when they're in the platform, when the platform is high and they have a big platform and they put the cake down, possibly, like you said, do the game, that's what I'm saying, do the game before they go downstairs, so you don't take them back to and fro of them. So anything you want to do all the necessary things possibly, and you want to do there before bringing them down, because when they cut the cake, it means that they're doing their first dance, they're doing their father-daughter dance, they're doing their mother-son dance. So, you know.
And please, Max, 10 questions. And the beautiful part about this game is, at the end, they always want to have the killer question.
Killer question. So
that's where you are, who's going to take care of the child. So please, in as much as you want to have your killer question at the end, Sako has said it, be sensitive to your questions.
Yeah. Well, just give me like a killer question. Don't give us like a
okay, a killer question. Who do you think from here is going to sleep first when they get home? And everybody will look at you. And the beautiful part is this game has also involved that sometimes, over time, you can actually involve other people.
Yeah.
Like in the sense of what they do now, or what we do now is, we actually put the bridal train behind her, and then we put the groomsmen behind the groom. So, what we now do is this, when we ask this question, with these props, the beautiful part about these props is they're not that expensive, so don't make your heart go like, how much is it? Very affordable. So everybody here has their props, everybody here has the prop. So when we're asking the question, if the bride is the answer, not raising, she's not only raising, but everybody also is. So you can be dynamic, you can be unique at playing the game.
0. Kiss. Father, we thank you. Lord, we give you praise. Lord, we give you praise. Don't touch his head. That is his soft spot. Don't touch his head. Touch his ear. 1, 2, 2.5. Even your father cannot even look at. Daddy, your wife is closer to you. 3. Muna is okay. Muna is okay. Muna is okay. Obina said no. Oh, really? Father, we thank you. Lord, we use them as a point of contact. The ones that have been in a relationship for 7 years.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this wonderful video. We just wanted to let you know that, you know, it's going to be an amazing time. We're enjoying ourselves already with Prophecy. Prophecy, thank you so much for joining me on this platform. Thank you, Colon Shanduwan. You know, in case you're wondering what Colon Shanduwan for,
is our
signature. Well, it's my signature.
No,
that you
it's working for me.
It's working. All right. Okay. All right. So, what other game should we do?
Now, this next one is also, we call it the Scavengers game, and this one also, to its unique, is also something that's wild. So you can actually play it in different form. But the best one, okay, let me just share a little lot about it. It's more like an ultimate search game where you call any item and then people go to get it for you. But it's a bit technical because you need to have a winner for this game. So that's what we're going to be talking about here today on this part.
So let's start.
So the scavenger game is quite simple but technical. This is where you have, it's always advisable you do it with the bridesmaid or the groomsman, whichever. You can actually merge both of them. But the beautiful part about it, please don't put too many people. Max 7 to 8. Just 8. Now they are seated. This is where you also need the DJ because the DJ is going to be giving you some good songs back to back. So you call an item. Now this item are with the people seated, with the guests. So the bride and the chiefs and the groomsmen, they go look for it. So while they look for this item, they are coming back to their seat. Now the beautiful part is when they are coming back to their seat, you remove one chair. So if you have 7, when they go look for it, you remove, you have 6. So the more you call, the more the chairs drop. Now when you ask yourself, what's the winner going to get? There are so many gifts. But the best one I would say is, you actually get to take a picture with the bride and the groom personally for you. So you call items, they go look for it. The more they go out, the more you remove the chairs. So please try as much as possible not to put so many chairs and so many guests. So to add spice, the wedding is not about them in as much as they are also part of the train between the bride and the groom. So you as an MC can start off maybe with 2-3 items, then an interval you could ask the bride to call any item to go look for. You call the groom to see an item. It's actually engaging and interesting. The beautiful part is you just watch the bride, she's just going to be laughing. Because these people, some you can start with 5 alive, you can start with you can tell them this next item is very, very expensive. Very, at this period, first person to tell me a nose mask is very expensive at this period. So they go, they look for it. So I think about, you call item, they bring the winner. If there's not an item there to give, you can tell them they're taking personally pictures with the bride.
Another thing that just came to my mind that I do once in a while, especially for some crowd. Some people, some MC says the crowd is stiff. The crowd. Have you ever had that encounter where you go to plan, the crowd is not even listening to you at all, especially when it's a wedding? Gifts is very important. Go with your recharge cards. Sometimes just call random. I am happy. You just start as an MC and say, I'm happy and I want to give a recharge card. I have about 5 recharge cards here. I want to call out MTN. Call out MTN. You know, just call. If you just 200 now, 500, trust me, you say, how much did they pay? It's a seed that will germinate later. Trust me.
I want to just say this one because there was a particular wedding I went to MC for where the band and everybody, generally, the band didn't want to start playing. Because sometimes when you have a band and wedding, it's always good where the band starts first, and you have the MC now come to welcome everybody. So, Sako, at this wedding, the band didn't want to play, the DJ didn't also want to play, and I was willing to start.
Yes.
No problem. And then the groom said, no, don't worry, I paid these people.
Yes.
Let them play. So it was creating a scene.
The groom.
The groom, oh yeah.
Why didn't the band want to play?
The band is, according to the band, the DJ can use their sets to play. And the band was saying that until, if they want to use the sets, no, they have to serve them food and drink. Now, this wedding I'm talking about is a big wedding. Okay, people were seated, they were watching. And then the event planner was just like, what will I do, what will I do? So at that point in time, as an MC, because sometimes you are at an event where everybody's just scattered or there's a particular scene. One of the things I always advise is go into the crowd. Alright? Now going into the crowd is very simple. Sometimes, Sako said you could start in with an airtime, or sometimes you could start in with a song. sir, I know this place is hot. What song do you feel like listening to? You'll be amazed. Some will tell you against I'll be, Dad, if we start against I'll be today, we won't finish this radio because
the instrumentals they look.
Or you say King Sonny Ade. You see? Now, little by little,
yes,
people will switch into it. Okay? So it's always advisable that when you're at an event and there's tension in the air, this tension can be light.
Yes.
Okay? You can be talking and it's just the light, and this light takes about 30 minutes to come up. You don't come up with a joke.
Yes.
That's one of the things you should learn. You don't come up with a joke. Go into the people, feel them. Mommy, the meat they gave you, is this strong or soft? Come on, shine.
That's a new one. That's a very good one. And another thing that I do is I try to do all this. The DJ plays a song, and they all sang this song, and then they tell us, and then you see the vibe, especially in the 1970s.
You just see that it switches up.
You
forget that something had happened.
You know, and then the DJ start playing. I say, who sang this song? And then, like I said, gift works a lot. I've anchored the wedding from a gift that I gave to an elderly woman. I gave her, the song wasn't there, but I said to her when I asked for, you know, who the oldest couple is and all that. And this woman raised her hand. I said, where's Daddy? He said, Daddy's not here. And I gave her 1,000 naira. I tell you how much that 1,000 naira has brought, you know. Because this thing is sometimes, it's seed time and harvest time. You sow the seed, and trust me, you will reap it. You might not reap it from where you sowed it, but you surely reap it. Remember I talked about the seed time. You might not repeat that, you always surely reap it. And I have anchored from that event, I've gotten an event. And you know how it is. For every event that you do, it gives you another 10 opportunities. Some of them might come immediately, some of them might come later, but it will surely come. Especially when you are consistent in doing. Consistency is what, you know. It's just, as a master of ceremony, just for you to. And then as a comedian, if you are not a comedian, don't start cracking jokes that are not yours. Because people know jokes. Don't start cracking.
A lot. They'll tell you the month.
Don't crack jokes that are not yours. Be yourself. You know, that's why you should not start an event when the bride and groom is not ready. You don't have to crack a single joke at the wedding if you make it very. I know companies that do not crack jokes. They just play around. Don't force yourself to crack joke. Because when you crack a joke and boom, they come back at you. Void. Hallelujah. Then you not look at you, not say you want the ground to open. It will not open. You will finish it. What you have started. You know, don't embarrass yourself. You're not a comedian. Let them know. Don't say I can try. No. Even if I am a comedian, but I say to the best of my knowledge, I can make you laugh. You know, but I don't emphasize. People that follow me, I just play around. I don't crack. Sometimes I don't crack one joke. I just play around. Your
fate has made you.
Has made you.
So the best time to play scavenger hunt is most times switching into the after party. Okay. This is when people have sprayed them. They've actually done the cutting of the cake. They've done their couples dance. Best time is when you want to switch into the after party. It's highly welcome. And also is when you have a situation where you hear the bride, sorry, I'm always saying bride. The bride wants to go and change, okay? And they tell you, this is changing, do something. Okay, so it's scavenger hunt.
You don't have to wait for the after party, especially when there's no after party.
Exactly,
you know?
because sometimes...
And therefore the after party, let me emphasize, if you're not being paid for an after party, don't let them, you know, tell you, are you going for the after party? I tell them when they call me, I don't know about you, but you know, I tell them I wasn't paid for the after party. My job is done when the groom says they go to friends.